The wrong class in Hell Let Loose has the flamethrower, and is it really a useful, practical weapon? Hello everyone, my name is Burning Wiki, and before I get started I want to ask you all that if you do enjoy my content, then please hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate having you as a subscriber, and it means a lot to me. The new update 13 hit Hell Let Loose just a few days ago, and overall it is a really nice update. But there is something bothering me, and that is the fact that the support class has the flamethrower. That, in my opinion, is a mistake for several reasons. And I will also suggest a radical better class and a reshuffling of the weapons on others in this video. Now, before I start, let's dive into the history of the flamethrower. The flamethrower, or Flammenwerfer in German, was invented by the Germans in the early 1900s and effectively employed in World War I by the Germans' Stoßtruppen, or in English shock troops or assault troops, and also by the Sturmpionier, or in English the combat engineers. It is by far one of the most brutal weapons ever invented and was used to great effect in World War I and II, but not necessarily because there was a good weapon to kill enemies with, but more because of the psychological effect on soldiers. The utter fear of being burned by a flamethrower was in a lot of combat situations more than enough to have the enemy soldiers run away or surrender to the enemy. Now, in Hell Let Loose, the flamethrower was recently introduced in update 13, but it was given to the support class in a third loadout, which in my opinion is a mistake. This was probably done to entice players to play the support role more, because a lot of players do not like to play as the support player because this role has bad weapon loadouts. Especially the grease gun is a hated weapon by many players, and adding the flamethrower to the support class won't entice players to all of a sudden start playing the support role, which is a very important class to play, since you can drop supplies that the squad leader can use to make a garrison. And as any veteran player can tell you, making garrisons wins games in Hell Let Loose. The flamethrower, in my humble opinion, is a novelty weapon because 80% of the maps in Hell Let Loose are wide open grassy fields with little to no heavy build-up areas. The flamethrower, that has a maximum range of about 20 meters, is not very effective. And because your secondary weapon is a pistol, that means the player that has the flamethrower only has two short-range weapons to his disposal, which is kind of a bad deal. And once you burn all of your gasoline, you are left with just the pistol, and that can be very hard to play with. Yes, you can refill the flamethrower once, but that is it. Instead of that, and to be more historical accurate, the level 10 assault player should get the flamethrower loadout, and the level 9 support player should get the STG-44 with a heavy ammo crate. That will charm a lot more players into playing as the support class for sure. You could also adjust the sight of the grease gun, because the grease gun itself is not a bad weapon, but the sight blocks way too much of the screen. It is the worst of any game I've ever played. Making the sight on the grease gun a little bit smaller, allowing the player to see their surroundings a bit better, would, in my opinion, make more players play the sport class. Because that was the idea of the Hell Let Loose developers, right? Adding the flamethrower to the support class to persuade players to play as this class more, because historical speaking, the assault troops and the engineers had the flamethrower. So there was no reason to give the flamethrower to the support class. other than making it more interesting for players to play in this role. To make it more appealing to players to play as the support player, he should also get grenades, because, and again, in my opinion, it is weird that the support class has 2 ammo crates, yet he has no hand or smoke grenades. And yes, I know what you're thinking, then the support player will put down his own ammo crate and throw his hand grenade and resupply himself within seconds, and yes, he can. But then just give him 1 hand and 1 smoke grenade, so he has not many of them even to resupply. That is not a big issue. Giving the flamethrower to the support class will not all of a sudden make a lot of people play as the support player. The flamethrower is highly overrated in my opinion, and it takes way too long to grind to it, and you are still faced with playing with all the bad or average loadouts for a long time before you even reach the flamethrower loadout. Because it is a new weapon, players want to play with it for a bit until the new car smell wears off. It is a novelty weapon, not a really practical one. For example, blowing up a truck will cost you almost the entire flamethrower gas tank to do so. It has about a 20-sec burn time for a range of about 20 meters, and that is not much. It is fun to mess around with for a while, but not many maps are suitable for this type of weapon, which is mostly suitable for clearing out houses and bunkers, and I have yet to see it being effective against tanks and half-tracks. Let me know in the comment section how you guys think about this. Should the assault class get the flamethrower and the support class the STG-44? Should the American assault class grease gun sight be made smaller, or is there no need for all this and it's fine the way it is now? Let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe, it is very much appreciated. Join us on our Discord and follow me on Twitter. All the links are in the description. My name is Burning Wiki, and I will see you all next time.